Hello, comic book guys and gals, and welcome to Comic Mag Musings. This fella's your host, Bill Miller. I'm jacked because today we are going to be exploring an EC cover portfolio featuring Two-Fisted Tales. Now, this is one of the two companion war titles from EC, the other being Frontline Combat. And both of them were produced by Harvey Kurtzman. This one started in 1950, and it was a bi-monthly title that ran for 24 issues and ended in 1955. They were good money makers for EC and Bill Gaines until a little while after the Korean War ended. Then the title was losing money at that point, I believe. But it runs from issues 18 through 41 because at the time Haunt of Fear was at issue number 18, and Gaines was considering canceling it, and so it took over with 18. But then Gaines thought again about it and then continued Haunt of Fear on at the next time it was published. So here is the envelope that it came in, and these cover portfolios were printed by Russ Cochran, who had a relationship with Bill Gaines. If you haven't seen my cover portfolio review of crime suspense stories, I highly advise you to review that one. It's fabulous, I think. But all of these were printed from the original art. I haven't opened it yet, so we'll get to see them together for the first time. But they print the cover of each issue as well as whatever was printed inside the front cover. And on the front here it says, the 24 covers contained in this envelope represent some of the finest artwork done for EC Comics. These are the same covers used in the complete Two-Fisted Tales, except that they are trimmed to include the entire cover. The artwork, mostly by EC greats Harvey Kurtzman, Jack Davis, Wally Wood, and John Severin, was colored especially for this series by the original EC color artist, Miss Marie Severin, and produced by Russ Cochran, publisher, in 1980. A lot of the artists didn't like working for Kurtzman because he was a stickler. He would do all the layouts of every single panel, and he wanted them done exactly the way he laid them out. And he was meticulous for research. If a button was missing on a canteen holder, then he would throw a fit. All right, so here we go. These are in good condition. Some of them, it looks like, have a bend here and there, but for the most part, most of them are in minty condition. So we have Two-Fisted Tales, number 18. Looks like Kurtzman to me. He did a lot of the covers of both war titles. And on the inside, it's the Comics Code seal. So not the Comics Code Authority, but the Comics Code seal. The one that preceded that, it was a lot more liberal. Now, I took a long time during the Crime Suspense Stories one, and so I'll try to learn from that and go through these more quickly. This is number 19. And a lot of these issues focused on the Korean War, because obviously that was part of current events at the time. But for the last few issues, I think they went back to more adventure. And Harvey Kurtzman and the Dogs of War on the inside cover. There's a picture of Harvey Kurtzman, who later started the Mad comic and took it to its magazine form. Number 20. Just some beautiful covers. Again, Harvey Kurtzman with what looks to be a biopic about him. Number 21, again, Kurtzman on the cover. I just think that his art style was perfect for a war magazine. So minimalist, but so emotive. I think it feels like you can sense the angst, the frustration, the fear of the soldiers. Number 22. Number 23, that's a Kurtzman cover, I believe. More text about Kurtzman on the back there. Same with the preceding one. Number 24. I don't know who that is on the cover. And then a very sexy picture of Harvey Kurtzman. More hair maybe on his chest than his head. Number 25, this is definitely Kurtzman. The cover art, just beautiful. On the inside, the EC artist of the issue, Jack Davis. And the EC was famous for highlighting their artists. I mean, in my opinion, maybe the greatest collection of artistic talent in the comics medium ever. And they would not only promote their artists, but they would encourage them to develop their own style versus conforming to a house style. This is number 26, probably my favorite. Absolutely gorgeous. Just love it. Man, I can feel my stomach knot up. It's like I'm there in Korea with the soldiers. So bleak and foreboding. Love that cover. Gorgeous Kurtzman. Oh, and a map of the area of operations during the Korean War on the inside. Number 27. Looks to be a Kurtzman cover. Not sure. I'll have to research these. On the inside, artist of the issue, Wally Wood. He was an amazing artist. He spent most of his time on the science fiction EC issues, but really had a tragic personal life. Number 28. Beautiful. And artist of the issue, Harvey Kurtzman on the inside, when he had more hair. Yeah, I'd say most of these are in really, really nice condition. Number 29. And on the inside, we have an advertisement for Weird Fantasy, one of the science fiction magazines. Number 30, beautiful cover Jack Davis. Fairly famous cover. On the inside is an advertisement for Mad issue number 1. Number 31, Civil War issue. On the inside, we have a map of some of the battlefield areas, which is cool. I'm very much a Civil War buff. Number 32. Don't know who did this cover. It's a beauty. And on the inside, an advertisement for Mad issue number 3. Number 33. It's not Kurtzman. I don't know who it is, but it's a wonderful cover. And on the inside, we're advertising Mad issue number 4. Number 34. Beautiful aerial combat shot. On the inside, an ad for Mad number 5. Number 35, again a issue dedicated to the Civil War. And on the front we have a Civil War map with several battle locations. We have number 36, it's a John Severin cover. This is kind of when they switched to a little bit more adventure versus focusing on war. And on the inside, they announce the end of frontline combat. We've got number 37, and I actually have this one as a raw comic. I showed it in my 100 subs video. And the inside is an ad for Panic, which was a companion humor comic to Mad. Panic was edited by Al Feldstein. Number 38, John Severin. On the inside, again, we have an advertisement for Panic. Number 39, a couple pugilists going at it. Another one of my passions, boxing. And on the inside, an ad for Panic. Number 40, George Evans cover, great World War I aerial dogfighting depiction. On the inside, again, a panic advertisement. And lastly, we've got number 41, a Jack Davis cover. Beautiful, gorgeous greens in there. And then an advertisement on the inside for both Mad and Panic, as well as an opportunity to subscribe. Just gorgeous. Probably toss up between these two war titles and Blazing Combat, but Blazing Combat was only 4 issues. So I'd say Two-Fisted Tales / Frontline Combat, probably, at least in my estimation, the greatest war books ever written, in comics at least. So I really enjoyed showing those to you. I certainly hope you enjoyed seeing them, and if you did, I would advise you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be alerted as soon as I release new videos. Thumbs up and comments are always appreciated, and remember, we're taking over the world one comic book at a time.